let me just get your take first on that Prada story in Asia. Clearly, if things are down for Prada in Asia, that's going to hit this very hard, but it's a trend that seems to be emerging now, right?
Absolutely, and I think, as you mentioned, Asia is such an important market for these luxury brands that when you see that sales are struggling there, it has got to be a major concern for Prada. Yes, they may have exposure to other parts of the world, but Asia has been seen not just now but going forward as a hugely important market. So I think we've got to be really concerned about this.
I'll come back to the ECB in a second, but we've got payrolls today. What are you going for on the number, and what's going to surprise the market, do you think?
Well, the number that's being touted is 218,000. That's 70,000 below last month's figure, but let's be honest, last month's figure was exceptionally high. I think anything above 200,000 has got to be a positive, especially, like I say, it's very difficult to gauge what kind of a number you're looking for when you come off such a positive month. Last month we had 288,000 jobs added, we had unemployment falling by 0.4%, and that's a very difficult act to follow. So quite often you can tend to see the number being significantly lower, even below 200,000. So I think anything above 200,000 this month has to be celebrated.
All right, and let's get your quick reaction to the ECB yesterday. Is it too little, too late, and is QE really very much on the cards now, would you say?
Well, I think, as you say, it may be too little, too late, or especially that's how the market's perceived it. I think the market reaction yesterday, was actually quite bizarre. I think the ECB really delivered more than most people were anticipating. Most people were anticipating a small interest rate cut and deposit rates into negative territory, and he actually threw an awful lot more at us. But now people are just saying it's either QE or nothing at the moment, it seems.
And stark contrast as well, the situation that Draghi faces with, say, the Bundesbank. Bundesbank's come out, raised its growth forecast this year to 1.9%. Inflation is steady, very well placed compared to the ECB, no?
Well, exactly, and I think that's where so much opposition comes from within the governors and the ECB, is that while there's a number of countries that are really struggling and they've got low inflation, even deflation now in some countries, got very low rates of growth, then you've got the Bundesbank saying, well, we don't want to cut interest rates, we don't want to do quantitative easing, because we're actually expecting higher growth, and inflation's actually good by what we're looking for. So that's why there's so much opposition within the ECB, and why quantitative easing is why the ECB's finding it so difficult to pass through quantitative easing.
All right, Craig, thanks a lot.